Good morning, Psych students. Welcome back. I'm going to be reviewing the FRQ you guys got yesterday, which is the last one that I have planned to assign you guys. This is officially the last day for online learning for seniors, so congratulations. Welcome to the end of the road. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the last video I make for you guys, mainly because we've got, let's see, we got through Tuesday, so we got few days before the AP test. I want to open myself up, if there are any questions. The other day I got a good one about neurons, inhibitory, excitatory. I put that in the video. But, if there are any topics, whether you're senior, junior, sophomore, and you want me to cover them a little bit in video form, let me know. Otherwise, your main homework between now and Tuesday is to study, is to look over your notes, look over vocab, make sure you can log in to the AP website if you haven't done so already. Make sure you can get all that stuff set and so that you're ready for Tuesday afternoon. Of course, I wish you the best. I hope that these are the FRQ practice, annoying as they've been probably sometimes. I hope they've been helpful in getting you ready, getting you set for Tuesday. And like I said, I'm here to help. So if I'll make videos Saturday, Sunday, Monday, even Tuesday morning, if it'll help you guys. So let me know what you need. I'll be here for you. So we're going to look at the FRQ from yesterday, FRQ number 12, which is a good comment. It's a research-based question. So like I said, you got two questions. You got research-based question, which you're only going to have 15 minutes, and there's going to be 6 topics. Okay, so this is really a good prep for that. There's a research-based question, and there's 6 bullet points. So get to writing fast. Researchers conducted a naturalistic study of children between the ages of 5 and 7. The researchers visited classrooms during class party celebrations. As a measure of hyperactivity, they recorded the number of times the children left their seats. Sounds like an operational definition. The researchers found a strong positive correlation between sugary snacks offered at the parties and hyperactivity. Based on these findings, the researchers concluded that sugar causes hyperactivity. Sounds like my mom could have been in on one of these studies when we were little. So part A, how might the following explain why people may easily accept the conclusion of the study described above? Okay, so people who would look at this study and say, oh yeah, this totally works, this is definitely true. Confirmation bias. Remember, confirmation bias, most of those of you who did the FRQ yesterday wrote that it means looking for evidence that supports your perspective or point of view or your belief and ignoring evidence that doesn't. So if you wanted to use confirmation bias, in this case, you'd only look for the stuff that you already agree with, kind of like Republicans watching Fox News and Democrats watching MSNBC. You're only going to look for things that go along with what you already believe. So if you already believe that sugar causes hyperactivity and you see one kid, Andrew, in the corner downing 5 pixie sticks, you're going to watch him, and then he gets up. Oh, you would see, that was hyperactivity right there. He stood up because the sugar caused him to. Hey, you're only going to look for evidence like that. Kind of like, good example, if you believe that boys or girls, let's say you believe girls are more likely to text in class than boys are, as a teacher, you're gonna watch the girls like a hawk. Okay, like try and I see you texting over there, and you're gonna ignore things like Carlos in the corner playing with his phone. Okay, that would be an example of confirmation bias. In this case, you only look for evidence that supports your point of view. You're going to watch all the kids who ate sugary snacks and pretty much look at anything they do as being caused by the sugar. Okay, availability heuristic. Okay, with availability heuristic, you judge things based on the availability in their memory. A vivid example, the whole idea that we're more afraid of planes, flying on planes, than we are driving in cars, is because plane crashes make the news all the time. When they happen, though very rarely. Maybe, and we kind of have an example of availability heuristic right now because we're reporting so much on COVID-19. It seems like everybody's dying of it. Okay, that's availability heuristic because it's an easily recalled example. So perhaps they remember a time when they were kids that they had a cupcake and they went wild and ran around church. Or like my mom always pointed out the example that we had Lucky Charms one day and we acted up at church and were hyperactive, and therefore we can never have Lucky Charms again because the Lucky Charms cause our hyperactivity. So availability heuristic has to do with having that vivid example in your head. Okay, somebody who's looking at the research says, "Oh yeah, I remember a time that I gave my son a Snickers bar and he didn't go to sleep for 3 days. It was totally the Snickers bar's fault." That's availability heuristic. For the last bullet point, misunderstanding of correlational studies. Okay, simple thing to remember, correlation is not the same as causation. So the idea that at the end of this, researchers concluded sugar causes hyperactivity, it's not an experiment. Experiments are the ones that determine cause and effect. Experiments are the ones that, you manipulate an independent variable and see what effect it has on the dependent variable. Okay, none of that was true in here. It's a correlational study. You're seeing if two variables are related. If sugar and getting out of your seat is related to each other. You're not looking at cause and effect. So basic understanding, correlation is not the same as causation. So that's what that third bullet point is getting at. Part B, as a follow-up, the researchers are designing an experiment to test whether sugar causes hyperactivity. For the experiment, please do the following. So if we're going to actually make this experiment, please state a hypothesis. Okay, I mean, basically, you could say sugar causes hyperactivity. Increased amounts of sugar will cause hyperactive behavior in children, or sugar has no effect on energy or hyperactive behavior in children. So there's your hypothesis. Hopefully, it's going to be as simple as that. Operational definition. You already had the operational definition getting up the chairs. I think one of the good ones I read yesterday, I don't remember who wrote it, but shout out to you if you did. It was, how many times children yell. Okay, that's our operational. So if we're going to define hyperactivity by how much kids yell, or how much kids run around, or how many times kids get up out of their seat, or how many times kids hit each other. There's lots of different ways you can measure hyperactivity. The whole idea of operationally defining the dependent variable is you come up. You can't just say sugar causes hyperactivity and leave it at that. You have to say, okay, what do we mean by hyperactivity? How are we going to measure the dependent variable? That's what operational definition is all about. And random assignment. Okay, remember, random assignment has to do with who gets to be put in the control group, which I assume would be given a placebo or nothing, and who gets put in the experimental group. Okay, and it has to be random. Each group has an equal opportunity. Each person has an equal opportunity to be assigned to either group A, the control group, or group B, the experimental group. Okay, you can't just pick, I'm going to pick all the kids who look hyperactive, or I'm going to put all the boys in one group and girls in the other group. Things like that. It has to be random. And when you have random assignment, that's one of those things that makes sure the experiment is accurate and the results are not due to chance. Once again, throwing that statistical significance term in there. Okay. So very good work overall. Thanks those of you who continue doing these FRQs. I appreciate all the effort you've put in over the course of the last couple months. If you haven't finished them all, don't worry. You've still got time to go back and finish them. If you need to catch up on anything, I know I shut a few of them down, but most of them are still up there. And if you want to catch up on them, I just want to say, appreciate you guys. I know this is not ideal how things have turned out this year, but you've been troopers, and congratulations on graduating. I'm going to miss you guys. You really, sometimes you push me to my limits this year, but I really did enjoy teaching you guys. You're a fun group. You're an energetic group. You got lots of great ideas. I love how curious you guys are. And I hope, you carry that spirit with you to college or whatever you're doing next year. I think you guys know how to make life fun, and I really enjoyed teaching you guys, and I've missed you the last couple months, and I'm going to miss you next year. If this is the final video, like I said, goodbye. Best of luck in all your future adventures. Juniors and sophomores, I'll see you again next year. But for the seniors in particular, congratulations on everything you've accomplished. And hopefully I'll see you around New Lenox in Manhattan one of these days. Take care, guys.